Lock down on the offense. Bust down the skeleton fossil. I'm not addressing the problem. Julio on the post, you can't stop him. Pick it up, running back, it's no problem. I'm running behind the block, they gon' block him. Quavo Yoda, I'm offset Chewbacca. Watch the blitz on the left, we gon' block him. We some animal, yeah, we some goblin. Man to man, we gon' cover you properly. Man to man, you can't beat me impossibly. Red zone, this my highlight. Do a quarterback sneakers on 4th and 3. Get the ends on the offensive block for me. I stiff him, I'm down, get off of me. I'm trucking them over, he under me. Back ends, wipe my sins, They can't win, No new friends, Football fans, they sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Champion. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the New England Patriots and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. They'll run it here. This is James White. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Come here.
Running right, here's Sanders. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play.
6, 1. Flat. 13.
They go play action here on first down. Looking long for Westbrook. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Zebra.
Here's Foles. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. And they'll try the ground game here with a running back. And they'll get him down right about the 20. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Great. Let's go, great.
Foles. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. A give running left. It's Sanders. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Now they toss out wide to Sanders. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Jags have taken the early lead. after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Orange! Right!
Brady now on first down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go!
On 2nd down, Michelle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle.
Wait, 20! 380!
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Sanders. And they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. So the face mask certainly helps things as they'll start up past the 30 on first down.
Receiver.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Go!
And they'll go on the ground. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
What we got? What we got? Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Going 5-3.
And on the ground they go with the running back. Oh, and now he throws him over. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Now Foles. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Kyle Van Noy able to drop him for a loss of 12. And it'll be 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. 76 yards. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. He'll get it up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. James White, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, he shifts past him. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, great.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now a hit and Foles loses the football. It's out, and the Patriots have it.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Great. 6. Go. Tempo.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Hey, let's go. Great.
They'll drop to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They begin with Michel on the ground. Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So it's on to halftime of this AFC Divisional Round matchup. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Go! One.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Go.
On play action, they'll throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Zebra. Water. Thick.
Looking to throw. Buying time to his left. The open man is sharp. It's complete. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Fournette, a first down carry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Brady now on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Watson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Back now in Jacksonville. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. James White, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots have moved out in front. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there with officially a 103-yard return. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Wait.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now he'll throw with Brady. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
No, 66.
Going on 1st down is Brady. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. To throw is Brady. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
We go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. But they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Hey, silver. Tempo. Flat. Okay.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Tempo. Zebra. Turbo 64.
Now back to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. He's got a man. Complete. Give him 30 yards there. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. There he goes inside the 30. 20! And finally taken down at the 15. He got 29 yards that time. The 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Foles now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that one goes goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he finds his target. It's sharp. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. He's back to throw. Being chased out left. He's got it to James White. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, go. Down goal.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Devin McCourty picks it off, but he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship. And now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.